So if you look outside right now, well, it's probably cold, dark, and fairly miserable, which means many of us are thinking about booking some warm weather getaways. Natalie Preddy is here with some great destinations where your dollar will stretch a little bit further. Better vacation coming your way. All right, Natalie, welcome back to your morning.
Oh, well, thanks for having me.
Okay, so we are starting with somewhere that has become a whole lot more popular since Game of Thrones.
Yes, so we're talking about Croatia. So Dubrovnik, as you said, I think that's where Cersei does her walk of shame. And it's beautiful on the Adriatic coast, stunning. And what makes it special is there are a lot of family-run wineries, chocolate makers, and bakeries that are available that you can go to instead of looking at big chains while you're there. So if you check inland as well in Croatia, there's lots of green rolling hills, and transport within the country is fairly inexpensive as well.
And hotels fairly inexpensive as well, because that can be a huge part of your travel budget.
Oh, absolutely. And there, you know, if you look at vacation rentals, they're less expensive. And if you stay in a smaller town outside of somewhere like Dubrovnik or anywhere along the coast, you're looking at, you know, a little bit of a smaller budget night by night.
So you get the charm and the food of Europe without the high price tag.
Exactly. I mean, you're looking at a fancy luxury meal for about $75 there, you know, which is ideal. You know, you want to take your whole family out, you want to have wine, you want to have cheese, you want to have all the courses, and you can do that for about $75 there.
Sounds delicious. All right, you said families, and somewhere I've seen a lot of families on Instagram heading to is Portugal.
Yes, now Portugal is a huge destination, and that's because we're flying more out of Canada to Portugal. So you can fly almost every day with an airline there, and it's fairly inexpensive. So you can stay for 3 days or 5 days or a week, and there are so many different locations there. You've got the Algarve, which is along the coast, and you can head up to Lisbon. And again, you'll see that we have a lot of family-run wineries here. We have small fishing villages along the ocean. Mm-hmm. And the fish there is caught fresh, and it's inexpensive to eat. The wine there, we've got the wine region, so you're not facing import costs or, you know, that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. When it comes to getting some delicious food from the farms that are inland as well. So really the key here is to stay again in a small town where you're going to get that charm, that beautiful Portuguese peri-peri chicken,
right,
at a good cost.
All right, Thailand, speaking of food,
yes,
is a great foodie destination and affordable.
Definitely affordable. Thailand, one of my favorite places in the whole world. I lived there for a year when I was younger, and it's a great place to really stretch that dollar. And you can make it as expensive or as inexpensive as you like. So you can stay in a hostel or you can stay in a fancy hotel. You can eat from street vendors instead of spending lots of money on a meal. Basically, if you avoid Western restaurants, you'll be absolutely fine. You can get a whole pad thai for $1 there. And
stay local is the key.
Staying local is key.
All right, we have about a minute left, and I want to get through these last two. You know, this trip is a little bit further away than Portugal, but it offers some amazing scenery. We're talking about Kenya.
Yes. Now, Kenya, a lot of people think of that as a bucket list trip, you know, that they can't afford it, but you really, really can. So, yes, the wildlife there is huge, and they're fairly new to the tourist industry, so there's lots of great deals to be had if you're looking for a safari.
So somewhere that's a little bit closer to home still offers great scenery, great style of living.
Yeah.
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica. Now, this has gone up a little bit recently because everyone is realizing how amazing it is. This country is top destinations for 2020.
Wow.
25% of this country is protected, which is one of the biggest in the whole world, and they plan on being carbon neutral by 2021. If a lot of people go down there, especially Canadians, head down there, and they stay for a long time during the winter.
We know friends of ours have just moved there.
Oh, yeah, and because it's affordable to live, the food is affordable, vacation rentals are affordable, and there's so much to do that you can do for free, you know, outside, going for hikes and surfing and zip lining at a fraction of the cost you can elsewhere.
Natalie, you've given us a good wish list as we are dreaming of where else we could live other than in, you know, the minus degrees. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.